Oh my gosh. So I'm starting off another live stream. This one's a bit tricky. This one is actually a lot tricky because this one is about, um, I received information, some foresight, and the guides. Hold on. This is not my my business. This is an actual regular chair with a little throw over. No, so I have to say this. So this live stream is particularly about what's to come, like what is happening. And so I was receiving claircognizant ability, psychic imagery, as I always do. Always, right? 1 second. Quick, quick, quick. Just step on the gas, 'cause I don't wanna miss it. Opportunity. Mm-hmm. With you. Down to fix it. There it is. Okay. So, one thing is for certain. It took me a minute to get that light right. Now I know what it looks like. Oh, wow. Yeah. I kind of did it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's pretty pretty. Very pretty. So, okay. So, here's the thing. I've been getting some insight about what's to come. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start the energy flow of this because rather than saying, oh, I wished I'd said something. So I know this is a bit of my Aries side saying, let's do this. Let us actually begin this journey and say, hey, we are being spontaneous. We saw the vision. We saw it incoming. Let's respond to that vision. So it was something in the future, like a quantum leap. This is what we mean when psychics say quantum leap the future. We quantum leap, took a piece of information, brought it here, and put it into perspective. Like, here it is. So I had to do this one. I know that these streams are a little, they can be a little out there because I wanted to incorporate this because I do have interest in this area. So there's a few areas that I cover. I cover, yes, my psychic readings, always will be a psychic. That is my profession, my occupation, and my way of paying it forward with universe. It's my love, my passion. So that's what I do. And then there's information regarding, um, like, I like to observe all of the ancient knowledges, like the scriptures and things of that nature, of all types. The other one that I'm interested in, of course, is wherever my claircognizant ability guide me. Usually it's something, what's going on a much larger scale, like a macrocosmic level, or that a level that affects globally or the world. And my psychic abilities say great things in details, as you may already know if you follow along in what I had the and what my skills reveal. So I was receiving messages that people had in mind what they thought, and so what I think about Camilla Harris, VP Kamala Harris, presidential, she's candid, that she is not the mystery of Babylon. And I also stated that I didn't believe, and I wanted to come out openly, publicly, and stating that um, VP Kamala Harris, presidential candidate, she is not only is she not the great mystery of Babylon, so the great mystery of Babylon does not represent Kamala Harris. She's not the great mystery of Babylon, but furthermore, she is not the horror of Babylon. So she's neither of the concepts or ideals that would surround that that psychic or and set prophetic prophecy. I don't believe that Kamala Harris fits that prophecy. I believe Kamala Harris has a much different and a much more sophisticated calling into this space where she's entering into being just simply candid, being a woman, and being open to um, seeing what she can, what marks she can leave behind to make United States better, but not only the United States, but also America, to make America also United States. I guess I'm representing, like saying, like the people in it, but also the world connected to with United States, the rest of the world. So I get the sense that it was a calling because I know where it's going. I know they're going to, create these very intriguing, I would say, prophecies that I don't believe in about end times and about how Kamala Harris, they're already beginning to start, maybe meditating on certain, pathologies that lead people, is she, because they kind of do this with a great deal of, I mean, like how many like horrors of Babylon or great mysteries of Babylon have we had? How many Satans do we have, that are still walking, before a Satan even, ascends or descends, if you will, other Satans pop up, that's representing, oh wow, this is the end coming. But I'm telling you, I'm just saying that, Kamala Harris, VP, it's beautiful in this day and age that she can now sit in the seat. She won't sit in the seat of George Washington, but she's going to sit in the vicinity where George Washington once upon a time sat, and not be, termed a witch, particularly a witch that, is not wise, a witch that is not, who is not powerful, a witch that is, makes errors and is in error in life and is, a devastation, in the community and to herself and to everyone around her. And she must be exercised, or she must be quarantined, or she must be not, and especially not the inability or the yes to not keep silent, and things like that. Like she is in a time and era where she can sit in the seat. Of course, she's gonna be the first to hear the remnants, as she is the first one to enter into a space where the sounds ring loudly in every corridor of the super subconscious, that women should not lead. Women should especially not hold office, essentially hold the office, the most powerful seat in the world, the office of the United States of America. So, and also women, that thou shalt not serve over men. But, we know that she is true. Kamala Harris is not the great mystery of the Babylon. She is not the great whore of the Babylon. And Kamala Harris is not covered by men. Kamala Harris, VP Kamala Harris, has a covering. Her husband, Doug, is her covering. And then over Doug is Jesus Christ, God, Holy Spirit, those things. And they are not above the angels, but they are in great need, far greater than the angels. That's why God have angels to, or like to around people, the souls of the world and leaders in their ears, giving them wisdom to help them, to encourage them and empower them. So, I just wanted to say that I want to be like outright from the very beginning. And today I'm letting people know Kamala Harris is not. How many times do I come in and how many times throughout my journey, just posting, going live, have I ever stated that, listen, if you believe that Kamala Harris or anyone else are doing something that is prophetic worthy, and you would say, this person is a danger because prophecy says, or my Bible says, my book says, my writing says, my dreams says, all of this, all of the above. That is okay. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm not saying that that's bad. What I'm saying is, however, I'm saying, listen, if that's the case, wouldn't these visions or these prophetic utterings, these illusory, like starry night whispers, wispy visions, wouldn't they hold some sort of hold on reality, on the real reality in which they portend? But they don't, they haven't, and they won't, and they will not with Kamala Harris. They will not. I know they won't. I can see that they won't. So that's the thing, is that more and more we're like realizing that, okay, we're realizing that we're trying to place people in areas in which they do not fit, they do not belong. It's not good. It's not healthy, because, I mean, if you don't like someone, that's one thing, but to make it a basis of like beliefs and religions, things of that nature, that's not where your mind should go. That's not where your mind should go at all. In fact, like we should have the ability to concentrate on what's important, so far as, like, instead of waiting to get to the other side, and then a crested one, a shiny one touches our forehead, and we get a brand new body, a brand new mind, and now we can love everybody, we can tolerate everybody, now we can get along with everybody. No, the we're supposed to actually learn how to have these kinds of thoughts and perceptions of others in our human experience before we get over there. The over there, that is like the additional things. That's additional, right? That is, as they refer to it, as a reward. If there's a reward, doesn't that mean you worked for it, or you trained for it, or you competed for it, and then you get the reward? Not that you show up and you're like, okay, I'm here. I couldn't do all that, but give me this anyway. No, our job, our work, we must actually be the ones that figure out what to do with hunger while we're on the earth right now. Not later, not, well, starve for now, is what God is making you do, because someday, like when you cross over, when you die, you get to heaven, you're gonna have like banquets. You're gonna have banquets like around the clock, and you won't, and you will be filled and full, and you'll want for nothing. It'll be in a place of lush. No, that's not, that's not, that's not ideal. And the modern mind, it will refute that and say, but I want that, a piece of that now, right now. So this is the time where people will come in and say, listen, I want to help people now. I want to leave this world better. So as people are coming in, they're not waiting to die to get all of the rewards coming to them. That they're all in life when they work hard, they are getting all the rewards due them now. So that's the way that the modern mind thinks, essentially. In fact, I'm working with clients now to get out of this way of thinking that someday, will they ever? I'm like, let's focus on the present, because the present, then we can predict the future. And then the future is predicted, establishing these seeded roots of hope that are aimless is not the way, because one is supercharged and is lasting when when hope resides in oneself. When you have hope, belief, work, and you're actually seeing the benefits of your efforts in the moment, in the present, all that other spiritual stuff, it just snaps into place and you understand, you get it. So yeah, yes, you're going to understand like that immediately. So that's the way that we're reading. It's the beautiful sounds right now of the rain, the thunder, soft thunder. Makes me happy. So when now I wanted to be very, very honest and genuine and clear. I know that information is coming, because the information regarding all of like the manners of like who are the, my goodness, I need to be able to see that, please. So regarding like who's who, who's what, who's the who's the beast, who's devil, who's Satan. We've got like 10 Satans. What they do, like there's like an office of who's Lucifer, and then or the incoming, and then like when they're done with the office, another one takes the place. It's like there's like 20 of them still living. That's like, well, and they're not doing nothing but walking around and praying over people or whatever. Or they're, turns out, and no one comes back and say, yeah, I was a miscalculation, but we just do our due diligence. So, yeah, I did term you as, demon number 1, but can you settle for like demon number 5? Just, to keep the conversation going. It's like, oh my gosh. So I know that she's next, and the only one, the iconic description that fits her, of course, is the infamous Whore of Babylon, who she is not. So VP Kamala Harris, first woman, this, well, not the first woman to be president's candidate, but, like after you vote, okay, first woman president, and, who sits not in the chair, but in the space, in the space of where George Washington sat, right? That would be the first president of the United States. Um, yeah, so she'd be the first woman of the United States, right? First woman, first female to be exact, first female to be president of the United States. And she is, oh, that's coming down pretty, ooh, ah. Yes, I love rain, the sound of the lightning and the thunder, ooh, moving, the flashing lights, ooh, yes, beautiful, I love it. So, can you hear it? Like, oh my. Yeah, I love it. So, okay, so yeah, it just puts me in a different state of mind. I love the dark ambiance of the skies. Like when the sky is like really dark, and because this is a time that I feel cozy I like to have like warm drinks and things like a, you know, like a nice coffee, nice flavored coffee, like a almond or French, you know, cream coffee. Oh wow. Or tea is nice too. And just like bread snacks. I love that. I love this kind of weather, type of weather. So, anyways, back to the discussion. So, yes, Kamala Harris, and I love the idea that, you know, as she is a woman, as she is female, she's gonna be able to sit in that chair, and it's not gonna be anybody saying, you know, all the, this is not Christian, this is not Christian like, this is not woman like, this is not female like, you know, these days, this is not like, good for humanity, this is not good for men, this is, definitely not great for women, too good for women, so it's like, I'm so happy that she can rest in this particular power of seat, the power of seat, the seat, what the seat represents in authority, that she is, not of as, the great mystery of Babylon. Or I didn't want to put Kamala Harris's, I didn't want to put the horror of Babylon. But you get it, so because she's also referred to as the great mystery of Babylon, but she is not. She is none of those things, So she is, a woman who is she's presidential candidate, and I also, in another stream, I looked at the astrologicals for, okay, so she said the presidential debate is November 5th. And oh, wow, the findings about that day. That day is going to be high vibrational, strong Venus vibration as well is going on in that space. So yeah, it's going to be powerful. I don't think anyone's going to be shy that day. There's no room for shyness. I think everybody's going to be boisterous, extroverted, big information. The universe has said, why don't you just bring it up? Let me see. Hold on. Let me draw it up again. Uh, uh, Whoops. Fine. Okay, here it is. I'll just drop the map again. So it says, I have some of it to memory at a glance, and I know generally what the chart represents, but it is says, oh, here it is. Oh, and there's 4 planets, 4 big planets. Like these are like the Mama Jamma planets are in retrograde. You have Saturn in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, Uranus in retrograde, and Jupiter in retrograde. Now, let me tell you all about my definition of retrograde. Science says when planets go in retrograde, it means it's moving slow enough, and when it's slow enough to move, it's also far better observable. And so, when energetically, psychically, when planets are like in retrograde, it just means slow enough to excuse me. Oh, my gosh. It just means, it means, whew, my goodness. It means, it means that everything is slow enough, quick enough to observe. So that's what it means. That's what a retrograde psychically represents. And so whenever we're talking about, let's say, like when you all say, oh, Mercury retrograde, you can't make phone calls. That's not true. Yes, like go to work. It just means that you like whatever the communications are, everything is moving. everything is slow enough so that we can observe it, so that we can correct it very quickly. Like if you've been having trouble with your vehicle, let's say, Mercury in retrograde is saying, look, fix it now, because it's gonna conk out on you and you're gonna blame me. Like, take care of it now. So that's what retrogrades actually do. So it's more like during retrogrades, any retrograde, depending on the, of course, the symbol of the retrograde, you just observe what it represents. Observe that time a little bit more closely. Like, stop putting it off, things like that. Okay, so back to the Venus. Venus and Mercury's always near Venus, right? And also the moon, the lunar aspect there is in Sag at that time. And of course, Pluto, you know where Pluto um, is connected and has ties to Aquarius. The sun, definitely it's about power. The sun is in Scorpio. By the way, the dates are different than what is advertised. So actually, it's going to be Libra. So they're going to be in the under the constellation of Libra. But we get it. Um, the transcending or the transition was with a ficus, so becoming acknowledged in along the star belt. So, okay, all of that. Oh yeah, and most importantly, Mars is in actually the in like the first day of Leo, and that's highly important because what it tells us is that people really want to hear a lively and high energy debate. Like, they want to hear the lioness roar, they want to hear the lion roar. They want the excitement. So I imagine, people are going to be pretty rested up for these days upcoming. The closer we get, you're going to actually, you will feel the energy picking up. Also, I took a little glance at like the nature in which, because it gave us insight about people universally. And so I understand universally why people are in their way. I found myself in happiness. Okay, so 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 Mars. Okay, so Mars in Leo, and okay, Jupiter is in the ingenuity section of the constellations. And of course, I was looking to see. Other reason why I wanted to see where, like, what's going on with Jupiter, because that's what we look towards when we want to know, like, what's going on. So they're going to say, like, in other words, like, what's society, like, what society, what do your people think of you? So it's really about, okay, what's your plan? So, like, astrologically, the best thing you can do is talk about, when we say plan, we don't want to know your vision or your inspiration. We want to know, like, it's like your hypothesis, conclusion, plan. We want to know that. What are your steps to creating this very real uh, scientific evidence? That's the answer that people are looking for if one is brilliant. Okay, so then, of course, back to the people. People are in the okay. So uh, are thinking about a lot of like their originality, being original. They want, in their individualism. Essentially, people wanting their own. They want to more important to them that people are like, I want I want actually to have this place in my space, my work, my career, my efforts in my relationship with others, my partner, my family. I want autonomy. So that's important because it rests in Taurus. And so I'm helping my clients see the things they've got. They realize what they have in their at their arsenal right now. So, okay, Neptune and Saturn is where, as people are thinking about, they're thinking about like something old that is come back around, and they're saying, I now can do this. But there's been some, with that Uranus aspect, there are fears about going forward because they're saying, well, what if it gets blocked and stopped again? Only come once in a lifetime. Yeah. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm coming down to fix this. Okay, so hold on. You know, you know I got you twisted. Hold on. Once in life, my life, yeah. I found myself in happiness with you. Okay. All right. So, okay. So basically, the Saturn is like actualizing, wow, I now know what I can do. I know what I have. I'm going to do it. I'm ready. And so, which still is going to take a few days. It's like 3 days left of this month. So I'm going to go ahead and say, look, these next 3 days is about us becoming absolutely certain what we need to be doing, what we're going to do, and why. And which is obviously is going to be something dealing with autonomy and independence. You would choose it. And by the way, this is a beautiful 2024 because this year I've stated that people who are on your path to be a block, they have their own lives to deal with. And they're going to go running after it. They'll go run after their situation so that to leave your path open. So that's the good side of things. This helps you or us to finally have the ability to say, you know what? I not only am going to start my journey, but no one is around to block my journey. No one's around to block my journey. So now, since I'm here, I can work on my journey. So that's where that comes from. So this is allowing us to finally bring into this existence, this new, brand new space in our world that we can now enter into those old goals and dreams and visions that we've wanted to accomplish. Then we were definitely, someone was blocking us. That is true, but not this time. Now this an open space so that you can go forward and it's unblocked. So whatever the oh, and by the way, when people step out of the way, on the other side of you, I've also described people who are, let's say, blocked, people who are blocked on the other side of yourself, being that you're blocked too. Since those blocks are, the block is removed, or the people who are doing the blocking are removed off the path, now they and yourself as lights gravitate towards each other. So you gravitate towards each other, and now begin working. This is what we call I refer to as the soul tribe. So this is the soul tribe, those who we now will work with to do the things that we're now meant to do, that we're going to do today, as we are moving ever closer to the last parts of the year, the last quarter of 2024 to bring in 2025, which is a whole nother conversation. And first of all, at least the first year, 2025 is about like, I mean, you're going to hear about so many relationships, I'm telling you. Men meeting women, women meeting, and vice versa, you know, all of the relationships dynamics. Of course, I found myself in happiness with you. And love. In time, I found myself in happiness with you. Yeah. So all you need to do now, all we have to do now is see this through with um whichever the direction, I mean, we all decide. When we all go in to vote, when we all go vote, I mean, we decide ultimately. But one thing I am rest assured is that I do believe, however, Kamala Harris does have a destiny. I'm 100% absolute on that. Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris of the United States of America, she does have a calling on her life. She not only has a calling on her life, but she has a calling. She has a destiny. She has a destiny. Happiness with you. I found love in time. I found myself in happiness with you. Mhm. In time, can you imagine when she wins and the moving rolling credits starts to play and it's like the rolling credits, everybody's like, it's all the sun's out, it's like what you like? And then and the songs are blaring. In time, I found myself in happiness with you. Through strength, I found love. And it's like panning to everybody, and you know, people who are like, you're like, or they're like, and Kamala Harris is like, with first gentleman, she's like, and all you hear is happiness with you. Through strength, I found love. if they do that, I promise you, I'm going to sleep for days. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to die. They don't have to do all that. No, they don't have, but I have a feeling that I have a gut feeling that's going to happen. Oh my gosh. Uh, so, man, hold on. uh, mm, mm. uh, uh, man, hold on. With down to fix this. You know how I feel. You know I gotta fix this. I'm alive. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm coming down to fix this. You should know how I feel. I know I got to fix this. Once in my life, yeah. Coming down to fix it. Yes. And she's like walking, it's like walking down to her heel hits the first step. Coming down to fix this. Cause you know I gotta play it slow. Coming down to fix this. You know. you could be. She go. A big old brown heel. It's gonna be a big old brown heel. Oh, like she's walking down these steps, carpet. First gentleman, escorting her down. Big old brown heel. We go, coming down to fix this. you know, they're gonna have some open credit moments. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be quite interesting. So, mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's gonna be nice, I think. Where's my? Oh, I was like, where's my staff? You're asking where my beautiful staff. My beautiful staff is nearby. Trust me, it's in the office. Yep, I'm in another space right now. Found in happiness with you. In time I found myself in. Come on, I was going like, I was just playing. That's a little much. She's not gonna. Of course, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. I know they're gonna have another. They're gonna have a dude do that part. They'll have a dude do that. It'll be like, in shortstop runs. You you're like, everyone's like, yeah, that's the way it's gonna go now. That's probably how it's gonna happen. That's probably how it's gonna happen, I bet. Through strength, found love, found myself in happiness with you. Through strength. Yeah, they're gonna have, now they're gonna have a choir in the back. You know they're gonna have a choir. They're gonna be like, you know it's gonna be like this. Myself in happy. And they're gonna have somebody, like carrying it, like somebody happiness. But they're gonna have like it's like happiness. Well, I'll be going happiness with you. Yep. You know exactly that's how it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen like that. I mean, close your eyes in a minute. You know that's the way it's gonna go down. I can see it. If I can see it, anybody could see it. Mm-hmm. Mm. So, yeah. I'm gonna fix this. You should know how I feel. I know I got you twisted. Once in my life, yeah. I'm coming down to fix this. How I feel. No, I got you twisted. Through strength, I found love. And I found myself in happiness with you. Okay. So it is officially I'm on. I came in to make sure that I was gonna stay here and get on time. I know I was supposed to come in, but nah, I kept putting it up and up and up. So then I just was thinking about us like, remember spontaneity. So I went on like I guess 48 minutes ago. hmm Yeah. So now I'm on. Now I'm live. I found love in time. I found myself in happiness with you. Through strength, found love. Time I found myself in happiness. Through strength I found life. In time I found myself in happiness with you. With you. Happiness. Myself in with you, strength. With you. Okay, so one second. So that's why I believe okay. So that's why I believe that Kamala Harris is more of bringing beneficial vibrations rather than destructive ones. That's why I believe so. Yeah. And happiness. Oh, 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 and oh yeah, well, what about the parts um, where there's going to be divine healing, like divine inspiration? What about the divine inspirations that we will experience? I know we're experiencing divine inspirations through other channels. However, this one seems to be a very crucial one. This is an important one, I think. These divine inspirations. That's what I'm looking for, to be honest. I want the divine inspiration is what I want. I want divine inspiration. I want divine teaching. I want to learn something in the divine vibration. And I get the sense that Kamala Harris will bring that vibration. Happiness with you. Sorry, I'm coming down to fix this. In happiness. see. So in this vibration, there's partners, emotion, beauty, media. What? Okay, that's a transition. Where are we going? Something social media worthy. Be persistent, health wise. For complete the task for health. Okay. Entrepreneur. Huh. Stability. Okay. There's a conflict. Workaholic. Conflict with the work that goes into stabilizing. Whoa. Okay, what's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 11 in. Rising. Okay, the rising, the managing, mechanics. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just a way of business. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm with you through strength I found love. I found myself in happiness with you. Um, have spoken. The voices of the spirits have spoken. I'm telling you. I know, I know. See, listen, it's gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna happen exactly the way it's intended. The way intended, the way universe has this set up already. There are so many wonderful things that we're going to unlock for ourselves that's going to bring wonderful development. I almost wanted to say changes, but I want to say developments because we're developing something. We're not changing, we're developing. We've been working on this development for a very long time. And in that development, it's getting better and better and better and better. We're getting better at it. We're going to keep working at it. So, this is going to be good. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. But I know that when you say things and you're like, it's going to, no, this is what I believe it's going to be this. This is going to be the biggest test for people. That's what I was told, by the way. I was told this group, there's going to be a group, and like it's like okay, I'll believe universe if universe gives me what I want. Universe is going, this is going to be the biggest test for people who are in the believing side and who follow X amount of or X prophecy, and they and if all their prophecies come back void, what's going to happen is they're going to have to then decide where their where their where their beliefs, like where are they at mentally, is will this shake their faith? That's what this is going to do for them. This is what they're going to have to walk through. is what I'm shown. In other words, it's gonna be like, God, I thought you were talking to me this whole time, and everything that I heard, it's like it fell through. It fell flat. Like do I do? It's like then they got to discern for themselves. Do I keep believing, or maybe I'm on the wrong journey. Maybe I should get off this journey. And that's going to be the biggest test. And this is going to be a test that would, of course, is going to be in the X amount of time. VP Kamala Harris then would be president, is in office for 4 years. For 4 years. For 4 years. For 4 years. And this is going to be the biggest test of life for this particular group, but also a pretty big test for us all, because we all have to use this time to focus on the developmental aspects of our growth in humanity, because this year is the first year in, and we did a pretty good job the first year in Age of Aquarius. Within the first year, right? That means first woman would step in into the, you know, being the chief, commander in chief, right? So that would be the moving in phase of the new age, 2024, age of Aquarius, age of higher awareness, Christ consciousness, etc. And then the journey stretching 4 years out of this development of consciousness. So then, when this happens, we, we it's like I'm assuming that that we would have to embrace that. Okay, I thought I was receiving all the information. Okay, then I would have to say, I was not. I have not received information. I am not receiving information. So that's or I have not. I'm not receiving information. I haven't received information. That's going to, like, can one say, I just simply don't know, and I'm learning new things as I go? Can one actually say that? That's where we're at. That's where we're at. But this is a little farther out. But on the other hand, it's 2025 is the year of love, love making, love creating, and finding actual, like, real, your true partners, partnerships, and things. You're gonna hear about a lot of marriages. Uh, you know, you know, probably hearing about more people getting together than breaking it off. Actually, because this year actually have been about the breaking off and things like that. Certain few are aligning themselves and reinventing their relationships, but yeah, but the new year is definitely a love year. So this is the dense year, material year, and then the next year is definitely 100% more about the feelings, the heart, things of that nature. So that's where we're going. hmm And that's why so with that said, I know within my heart of hearts that Kamala Harris is 100% not the whore of Babylon. She's not the mystery, the great mystery of Babylon. She just isn't going to fit. She isn't going to fit her description any more than Putin fitting his description as the beast. He doesn't even want to be the beast. He's saying, why you all over there keep trying to make me out to be the beast? I don't want. I'm not saying he likes people, but he says I might want the land, but I'm not gonna nuke it. Like that's not good for anybody. He tells Tucker Carlson in X. He says you don't. He's like Carlson. He said He was unimpressed, by the way, of the interview. He's like, you didn't ask me tough questions. He's like, you didn't. He was just like, you asked me about the history of Russia. So he was a bit. He said I was disappointed because that would have been a time to say, where's your stance on, like ask those. And our prophecies say that you're interested in this. Is this true? That was a time. But he says, Putin said it didn't happen. He says, no, I don't want it. He went straight to it. He says, I'm not interested in nuclear warfare. What am I going to do with the land in my lifetime? So, yeah, and it goes deeper than that. Like World War III. World War III points to nuclear. Where is that coming from? That language, prophecy, but specifically, well, yeah, predictive psychic prophecy, because people like latching on that they are like psychic angels of God. I get it, but then it's prophets who say this, and it's not it's not proving itself. All I'm saying. It hasn't proved itself. So I already heard in the future. See, I'm a time psychic. I heard in the future that they're going to point their finger at Kamala Harris and call her the whore of Babylon, the great mystery of Babylon, and that she's making out America be a whore and whoring after other nations, and to be basically the great mystery of Babylon, as America has been labeled so often. And she's just like the perfect piece of the puzzle because she happens to be female. I already seen it, so I basically got quantum leaped into the future, came back in the present, and then dropped it. Just kind of like planted it there. Just like, look, you might as well go ahead and say it now. I don't have to wait. So, and I already know they're already building up the arsenal to say these things. I already know that. I can feel it in my vibrations. That's where it's going. But we're speaking. But see, like, why would I care? Well, because I probably wouldn't have said anything if they just did it under the table. But every time they go into these messages, they always bring in us, like we're saying it, not like they're like, well, psychics, are like half right. They're like, this is like, you psychics in October. When psychics work year round. That's insane. We work year round. January is our month. June is our month. So we work year round, um, and and we're going to celebrate uh, harvest with the rest of everybody in the world, including November 1st. So, in any other situation, so holiday, I mean, no, uh, and psychics don't even make predictions about the world. Like we don't get into the prophecies of the world. Psychics don't do that. Psychics don't do that. However, I do see things that are going on in the world as a psychic, and when I hear like contradictory or contrary. But especially if I were to hear people like, okay, making like predictions that they teach you like in writing and things like that. Like if it on the news, if they say, oh yeah, let's make a prediction, I don't mind that. I'm like, I overlook that. But I mean and classify it as it's like they're giving the world a big fortune cookie. That doesn't sit well with me, because when they do it, they diminish the office of the psychic. And I'm pretty sure, well, prophets get mad at them, but I don't know if prophets reprimand these people or no. What we don't, because we don't say false psychic. We say unproven, untested psychic. A psychic who is untested, unproven, inexperienced, because like everybody can get revelation and prophecy. Everybody is psychic, across, generally, but not everybody, like in the psychic world, should be doing psychic readings, and like everybody who shouldn't be prophesying the world, especially prophesying the demise of the world. I don't understand that about about prophets either. Is that why is it that never do they get prophecies that help and enhance and make the world a better place? I don't understand that. Psychics don't deliver messages that diminish the world, but every time that uh, prophets and such need to come on stage, it's always, well, I did some streams. I did like two streams, like, psychics. I mean, question mark, like psychics are half right. I'm like, would we like to bring up all the prophecies that have nothing to do with psychics? And then to, of course, took it a step further. I actually stated the psychic predictions correctly, the psychic prophecies correctly. And I said, look, this is going to happen. This is what's going on. And all my streams are proving it. I did a stream that concerned itself. I did this one on a different stream. It had nothing to do with YouTube, I don't think. And it was about Palestinians not being a cursed people, that rather they are, I'm not talking about, now there's a difference between the group I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people Palestinian, I don't agree with the Hamas situation, but I mean the Palestinian people. It's people are not a cursed people, and that more so they are Arab. Their country is 90% Arab. That makes it an Arab country, and that furthermore that they are Egypt, and now and of course Kamala Harris hires a uh, an Egyptian American who has ties to Arab nation world, and linking to the whole Gaza conflict, who are Palestinian people, so Arab. So, and not cursed people. God blessed Hagar, who bears Ishmael to bring about princes of the world. So royalty and things of like that nature. So I went into all the depth. So I was like, they're like on autopilot reversing, like we're reversing curses. I'm telling you, like it's like they're like praying curses over America and demise. And what really gets me is that sometimes you got to be very careful who you're listening to, because sometimes um, uh, people are linked to their native or their country, who their sentiment is more gauging, and then they are speaking these end time prophecies about America being on the fall. And we support them as American. They present like American presenting, but they go home. And I've seen this in every culture, not just like in like just one particular culture. Not speaking about one particular culture, but many cultures. So you have to be like, okay, first of all, where are you from? Are you native here? Where's your sentiment? Because you could be born here on the soil and still like love it. Like there's a group there's a group that loves Russia. They're born here, but um, Putin said he didn't care much for them anyway. He says, I don't even like them. Like they're not wise. They want World War III. They want nuclear. Like, are they daft? He wouldn't say daft. He's Russian. He's like, I think they're not smart people. They're not smart people. So yeah, that's what he thinks of them, because he said that, and he's also said that in an interview, and also they published it. Journalists published it, and I was reading it in a live for the first time, because I always read the headline, and then when I read it, it's like first time I'm reading it, and so sometimes I'm like shocked. So I was like, okay, now that he said what he said, now what do they think of him? That's how I was like, now what do you think of him now that he said what he said? So Yeah. So yeah, so I'm just very curious to how this is all gonna play out, though. And universe is so funny. Universe gives me this insight so early. Universe, of course, I knew it was going to happen. Universe accelerated my incoming. Usually it comes around August 15th. It came as early as July, like mid-July. And then I was over here um, in August 15th, and I started getting this information. I'm like, really? So I was like, well, let's share it. So I have to. I hate to say this, but my channel is not going to be. I'm not going to have like three channels. See, three separate channels to manage. I'm going to have my one, and I have to say, to be honest, now there are going to be very organized like library for like whenever I obtain membership status. I can have memberships. I am going to do that, and so I'm gonna make it nice and clean, and people will know exactly what content that they're consuming. And but you know, like for like members, but pretty much, my three go tos are gonna be right here on this channel. My my readings, my live readings, of course, um, and also whenever I'm reading, making my what do I see, what's going on in the universe, these kinds of readings, and then psychic prophecies, predictions, and uh, psychic talk type video live streams. Yes, plenty of those, and then my favorite, uh, the scriptures of the world. So yeah, so that's what my like all of that in this channel, because all of that, because yes, there are books in me to write, and I've begun writing since yesterday. Actually started writing. Yes, because now that I am a TikTok seller, um, so I'm getting that together over there, and then over here I'm working. I am working to get um, to the membership area where I can everything that I'm learning over there, I can bring over here. Or, but not the same information, by the way. So what happens in YouTube live stream is not going to be what happens in TikTok live stream. Whatever videos, recorded videos, things of that nature will not happen in YouTube section of my channels, but they are together. I mean, in a way, they are together. I mean, I'm doing both of them. I guess I'm the what bridges them together. My experience and my personal experience. But I wanted to actually do separate individual content. Although software permits for me to like go live in one space and be live in the other simultaneously, I'm not sure if that is. I mean, I may do that at very crucial times, like at times. But or maybe if I were bigger, maybe I would think like that. But right now, I'm thinking I would like the information to be absolutely unrelated, but still in the same genre. You know, just my psychic self and sharing my experience, my wisdom, and things like that. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. So that is the with the good intentions. That's my good intentions. But that's what I intend to do. And yes, it's going to be an experience, this journey. Mm, I'm out of water. I need more water. I love my water. Yep, so I might need to go and get me some water. And let me see. Uh, oh, yeah. Okay, so I can multi. I'm back. I'm back. So, wait a minute. Put this back on. There we go. So I'm on for another hour. And in this space, let's see what's going on here. What we have in this exchange, in this vibration, is that I think what's most important, or what's going to, or what's happening, or what's going on, is that when we think about, in the terms of like prophecy, when we think about things that will represent, um, like pushing through one's ideas and where it's heading. And then are we thinking about what actually brings people together? I mean, if we're thinking about it in that context, in that form, that's going to matter, because if it does matter, if anyone cares that it matters, then the focus is going to be truly connecting with people, being in one another's lives, being in each other's lives. That's being an influence and inspiration in people's lives, but also the willingness to be inspired from others, through others, in a fair exchange, equal and fair exchange. So that's what's going on here. So that's what we're working on. And it's going to take time. I know it's going to take time, but I know it's like, I said, I'm so proud. Like, I know this is the first year that we're in Age of Aquarius, and we're doing so much already. Like, we're leap yearing. Well, we're leaping, making strides. So I'm not like discouraged. I'm just saying this is what, like, the nature of the situation, the nature of the journey. That's all I'm saying. Hey, better up here than down there. Um, see who pops out. Relationship, and the lovers. Mm, okay. Soul connections. And all about relationships. Okay. Somebody popped in. So card said, let us say this. I love these big cards because they're great for teaching tools. A Christian came in and visited me in one of my lives, and we were at it. It was like, Jesus is in your heart and all that and all that. And of course, I started teaching them with my tarot cards. I was like, and literally, say, timing me. I was like, is this who you're looking for? Well, say hello. But there's cards in here that represent the Pope, cards in here that represent the church. And I know they were shocked. They were like, really? Like, yes. Gotta turn this car around. Never should have left you there. Boy, the traffic is making me sick. Boy, can't wait to have you near. Gotta hurry, hurry, hurry now. Quick, quick, quick. Just on the gas, 'cause I don't want to miss it. Opportunity once in my life. my life. Sorry, 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 I'm coming down to fix it. You should know how I feel. No, I got you twisted. I dropped a few of these. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are the guides here? 10. Sun. 10. Yeah, complete. Going forward. Messages coming through to whom? To me. What? Money. What? Seriously? Money, messages, money. Money, money. Okay, got it. Future planning, get things sorted. Will do, universe. Will do. Thank you, universe. Okay. Take care of business? Yeah, of course. But universe, don't say things idly. So I'm definitely taking that to account. Oof. Whoops. Myself. Yes. You should know how I feel. So, I'm on break too. So I said that I was gonna. I thought I was gonna come in like 30 minutes early. Then when my break time that sometimes I just skip through it because like it's only an hour. Uh, I said I was gonna go on break and then that'll be it. So I've gone. I did my. At least I'm doing it. I'm working on doing this live stuff. I know I've got a little bit of homework to do. With supposed to do an intro video, which I have a feeling I'm going to do it today. My intro video, and yeah, and then do some more lives. But I am definitely doing lives so far. Like I'm getting in the habit, in the motion of doing lives. No, I don't want to say that. I don't. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna keep that to myself. I was thinking something. You know how I get. I start thinking out loud. In time, I found myself. What? Let me go. Let me get that. Hold on. Because this keeps coming up. Every time I'm shuffling the cards, it's kind of like keeps standing up. I need to point this out. Like, what's going on here? Quick, quick. Just step in and Okay, this card keeps coming up. The break up, break off, cut off card keeps coming up. So I think there's something going on in this area. I need to like learn, like buy. So, what to do with this? I don't know. So I don't know exactly what it entails, but it keeps presenting itself more than others. So, so it may have something to do with while working with people. Don't you know how I feel? I got you twisted. I'm gonna read on it. That's what I'll do. Says it says test every spirit, so let's do some testing. You should know how I feel. I got you twisted. What is that? Oh, that's my phone. Okay. Not that much. Yeah, not that much. So. Okay, I'm gonna see what what Spirit says. So Spirit says detective work. You was like, come find out. Oh my gosh. Detective work, marriage, protection, possibilities, climbing, the higher ability, the connection to the climax, high and lows, twin flame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 cards in. This is talking about a marriage in twin flame. This is referencing healing. Okay, 8, not married. There it is. Boom. Married. Awakening married. Awakened marriage is being realized. This is about, I think this is about somebody's marriage being saved. Somebody's marriage is going to be saved. I need to write this down actually, because I had to do some work. So I got my little tool bag. And nearby. Okay, I put the here for a sec. I'm gonna pin this because this universe is giving me assignments, you all. So I kind of put you for now. Boom, perfect. Okay, gonna write. Assignments. The first one is the I have to do a little bit of recording, you all. Sometimes this happens, and so it kind of gives me assignments of like areas I need to work on to kind of fix or correct. And it opened up with it's like marriage on a brink. They said I need to do some work in this area. I'm not sure with who yet, That hasn't been revealed yet. Hey, hold on. I'm still listening to that. Ooh, okay. No, well, okay. Detective. What is this one? Marriage. So yeah, somebody's marriage is in trouble. In a not in a way that it's good for them to divorce, because the Bible says it's okay for divorce, as do psychics believe, yes, right, and as well does the therapists and counselors. But this group, these two can be rectified. They can be they can do something with their marriage. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Coming down to fix this. You should know how I feel. Look at you twist. My mind triumphs. In time I found myself in the strength. H, high and low. High. Okay, another one was awakening. Okay. Usually after I write it all out, I get the insight, the next insight. Okay, and then I just put the little end for notes there. Any information that come through, I got it. Don't worry. We will, whomever we're working with, working on, we're gonna take care of them. They're in good hands. Okay, I'll put them both over here. All right, now I can remove this. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to happen, but yeah, it happens from time to time. And so one thing is for certain, let me tell you, things happen all the time. Like, reading, putting two and two together, the things that I think that confuses so many of us when we're trying to understand what guides are working with us, and what timing, because sometimes the guides that we might be working with make like the timing, because it's good to know like when things are like where are these guys, or when are these guides, what they call it, available, relevant to whatever the time on the timeline. So you have to kind of consider that as well, because not all guides are meant to be at the timing that we might have in mind. But usually there's an indicator that says, look, I'm not talking about this, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about this time, I'm not talking about right now. Usually our guides are pretty good at that. Whoa. I do not want to pick up so many cards. Okay, so myself in strength. Okay. So I don't know what these have to say. If there's anything to be said, they may not say anything to us, but if anything stands out. But yeah, that was interesting. That breaking up stood out. Anyways, maybe that's a good thing though. I don't think it's bad when some breakups happen. I don't consider it a sad day. No. Whoa. Whoa. What? Oh my gosh, hold on. Slow down. Okay. Teaching. We're actually being taught. So. Okay. Okay, we're doing good for time. Sorry, come down. Finally. Okay. So, all right. Here we go. Let me shuffle these up really nice. I think I already did shuffle these. Okay, anything spirit is coming through spirit, let us know. Found myself in. Actually, hold on. The things you can give to me when I'm holding you close. You like one of those were wonders. Okay, let me see. Complicated. Complicated divorce. Emotional affair. Okay, got it. Chemistry. Which comes true, the absence. Absence. Effects. The score. The score. Let me see. Okay. An affair. 3. Run the. This one's a very complicated emotional vibration because this can be talking about like the situation, like if one person does something, the other person says, well, I'm going to do it because that's going to be the retribution. And it makes it, but during this, either of them are not together, and that's the effects, like the mirror effect. Like you did this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mirror you, and then you know, it's like it becomes like a competition. It's like I'm not willing to lose, you're not willing to lose. There's on the rebound. Yeah, this is like take things slow, because take things slow. You're, you know, you're trying to, like, you're rebounded and you're trying to bounce back. So it might be slow healing. This is slow healing. Woo. Slow healing for us. Through strength, I found love. In time, I found myself. Okay, let me see. Did that. Huh. Let's see what these say. Mm. Going under. Wanna say. Okay. The king, well, person going forward, but needs connection. Person going forward needs connection, and but there is a bit of a standstill, a bit of a disconnect. The guides here would indicate that originality is necessary um, for growth. You're growing, you're developing. That's why the disconnect. Okay, you're growing, but it's going to take you some time to figure it out. So it's like handle like the things with care, opportunities, like sort them out, but opportunities or as they come, think them through, think about them as you pursue the things that are interesting to you. Um, the guides here would also represent a few different challenges, a few different types of, I would say, connections, or it's like going through the ordeal, but you have to sort of, you have to map out it is that's in your mind, map out the things that interest you, map out the things that you want to see incoming and, inbound, and embrace that, and put this on you. Um, Also, this will represent that you have the ability uh, to actually make discernment, like in the decision format, um, like a choice to be made, like which decision outweighs the next. So this is coming through ideas. So like coming up with the many scenarios in your mind, and then deciding like which scenario is the favored situation. That's where the guides are pointing out that um, this is how you come about the next step, which is to initiate on that decision. So this, in other words, states that you do begin your journey. Three, I think. Yeah, you do begin the journey, and you will begin to see what exactly where everything goes. But most importantly, this is in the realm of abundance. So this is like to assure success that, with all of the, I would say, things that you have at your disposal to make it work. Threes, everything in threes here. These guides say that things are more relevant essentially as it connects you to like date, like to date, to connect, and things of that nature. So it's like dating, or getting together, or meeting, like a meeting. Like, does a meeting happen? So there's a meeting that's more or less take place. I'm not sure if I want to call it a date. It may not be a date. It may be more like a meeting underway. So yeah, so we're looking towards a meeting, and the meeting happens. In other words, we're saying, okay, I've got in my mind my choices. Now I'm going to act. I'm going to initiate that choice. So I'm taking an action steps, and then the meeting happens. So someone enters along our path, or we theirs, and then we meet with them. So that's what's going on. This perhaps is something that's actually going to take place over the next 3 days. Over the next 3 days, I would say. So that's where I can see with that space. So I have a meeting to attend. I have a meeting to attend, you all. And I was looking at earlier, and they're like, there's things to reserve. There are like things that are meant to be in the reserve area as well. So I was looking at it, I was like, really? Like I'm at the reserve this? Okay, fine, I will. Going to reservations. So that should be easy too, you know, like finding like going through the reserves, um, figuring out like what you have actually at your disposal. Coming down. In time by myself, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, these definitely to pick me up. Leadership and spiritual, okay, offering. Oh boy. Let me see. I gotta write this down. Ready for this. We're gonna label this one. This one is make me wanna say. Oh boy, this one is important. Mm-hmm. Boom. This one is, I like this one, but I like a light. I like the wet ink, please. Okay. So, okay, what is it that we are? I'm gonna put a little question mark here. And yeah, what's going on? Here we go. Okay. Ooh, boy. One, two, three, four, five, six. Mm. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Red Queen. Uh, huh. Interesting. Uh, all right. We're going to say implemented. Implemented. Okay, that's the proper way. Okay, hold on. Because there is a, okay. So yeah, that's why I said it. Okay. Now that makes, that's a lot clearer. There, so there is not a problem. And then we go, okay, well, um, um, and whoops. Face, what we have won't go to waste. Gotta hurry, hurry, hurry. We, we just step on the gas, cause I don't want to miss this. So we have one. Okay, hold on. I know how to do this. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, we did 10. Is that all we needed, right? The other path is gonna say like the purpose of this. So I'll go ahead and correct this. So that way when the messages that come through, there'll be, it's like self-correction autopilot. What time? In my head? Okay. Ooh, y'all have 11 minutes to go. And I did my job today. I'm so happy. Okay. You love us in alive, alive. I sat here for an hour and a half. I'm getting used to it. Happiness through strength, my endurance. Okay. I can sit here. I can sit here for an hour. I can sit here for an hour and a half. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, the unreal. Okay, so what is this one? And I know I need to do this. I don't know why I'm picking. I'm being picky. I'm picking and choosing. All right, let me not do that. Okay, just do it. And this one says embrace. Okay, let's see. So we have like okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then okay. Yeah, they're gonna want to know these things. That's been okay. Mm. Okay, final one. Oh, okay. So now I can, when I go back, so I have time to, okay, study what are they talking about, this opposite side. It's like this one's a warning. See, that's twice. See the correlation. There's a correlation twice. There's information when they correspond. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Hurry, quick, quick now. I don't want to miss this. My mind not to release. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right. Through strength of okay. The risk. Myself in. Okay, got it. Embrace the wisdom. Okay. I'm ready for this. It's so good for me. Happiness with you through strength I found you and myself with you. Focus on breathing. Okay. Okay, so craft okay. And I know what this one is. Okay. Sorry, I'm coming down to fix this. You should know how I feel. To find myself in happiness with you. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Uh, this one, this one's gonna take some meditation, but don't worry. By the time this reaches the people that it's meant to reach, I'll have it together. I'll have it. Okay. Well, I think I gotta get logged in. My next journey. I'm going to fix this. Okay. I'll be back and cycle back. Um, I don't know. I'm just now getting used to coming in, going live. So I did great today. I actually stood the challenge. I got through a live today. So I will be back in and we'll talk. And yes, yes, I covered an array. I covered a lot. I covered an array of things. I covered so much. And so there you go. I did come in and have a focus. But also the goal was I got to get in the practice and the habit of like coming in and being on live. So I think I did well because I completed the task. I did do that. And I even talked about like like big subject. I even talked about future predictions and subject matter. Come on. I did really well today. So I'm gonna come back on. I don't know when. Mm, it'll happen, I'm sure. So bye.